Take 9. Hey everyone, welcome back to Positively Fishing. Today I'm here with Ryan and Paul and we are back out on the Fox River in Pere, Wisconsin. Our plan is to catch a lot of walleye and hopefully we can get some big ones. Let's see if we can do it. Stay tuned. Fish on. I am.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Nice one.
That's dandy.
Nice walleye here on the blade bait. Swing back, take a measurement, see what we got.
What do you got on?
Here you go.
Got him? Who's in that?
Alright, little walleye. Send him back, see if we can get some more.
What'd you get that guy on?
Got that on a 3/8 ounce hair jig, gold top with a purple and gold skirt.
Alright, the hair jig. Little hair jig action.
Alright, stay tuned.
Alright. It has been a while for me. Ryan got that one on the hair jig a little while ago, and I'm pitching a gold blade and just picked up this guy. I think it hit it a couple times. It gave me a couple chances. We've been struggling a little bit today to get some fish, but hopefully it's a sign it's starting to turn on. We're going to stay with it. Stay tuned.
There's one.
All right, here's another walleye. Still using that gold blade bait, 3/8 ounce size. It is windy out here right now, but we're gonna soldier through and see if we can get some more. Stay tuned.
Golly. Putting it together with the gold.
All right, this is just a few minutes after that last one. Another one on the gold blade. We're currently sitting on kind of a big flat area and there's a rock patch, and we're just spot locked kind of in the middle of that rock patch, jogging around, pitching some baits around. And this last spot we just stopped at caught 2 in the last few minutes. See if we can get some more. Stay tuned.
Anything bigger.
Looks like it.
I might need to come back, guys.
Yeah, let me see you drop them.
Can you sneak through?
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, Polly.
Oh, yeah.
All right, got a nice walleye here up in the shallows, up by the dam, through a lipless crank, and this guy just hammered it. So it's nice fat fish. Been eating.
Yeah,
Check this one out and get her back.
that's a nice female right there. Does it still feel pretty firm, or is it getting soft?
Yeah, it's pretty firm.
Yeah, so still a little while yet.
Yep.
All right, let's get her back, throw back so she can go do her thing. She's off. Off she goes.
All right. Stay tuned.
Really? Wow.
You need help?
Yeah. Right here. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right, got another one. Just lost my lipless crank on a rock and threw another one on, and no sooner did I do it than this guy hit.
That couldn't have been more than the third or fourth cast.
At most, I think maybe the second. Got a big old gash in them.
Yikes.
Something.
Ouch.
Yeah. We'll get this guy back.
Graceful. Here's your positively fishing quick tip of the day. We've been to the Fox River several times, and every time we go, we're presented with a new challenge, or, depending upon how you look at it, a new opportunity. And this year's opportunity was learning how to deal with a strong northwest wind. If you're not familiar with the Fox River is one of those rivers that flows from south to north. So the river's going this way, and the wind coming off Green Bay is coming this way. And that can present a little bit of a challenge with boat control and using any sort of finesse presentation while you're fishing. Most of the techniques that we use on the Fox River are pretty finesse. Blade baits, jig and minnow, hair jigs, things like that. Things where you cast it out, let it sink to the bottom, and then slowly work them off the bottom. And with a strong wind, what happens is you get a big bow in your line, and you're really limited in what you can do. One great way to combat the wind is you spot lock directly into the wind or anchor, and then fish straight out the back of the boat. That can be tricky, especially with 3 people in the boat. We bounced around and tried several different places and several different presentations, and we settled on 2 things that were working for us. The first one was blade baits, and we couldn't use blade baits everywhere. There was a kind of a specific area that we could use blade baits. The wind was sort of blocked by some buildings on shore, and there happened to be fish hanging out there. The first thing that we did when we got to the Fox River was to stop at the Swamp Donkey Hut at the Fox Point Landing. We always like to stop there to pick up some baits, get some advice, and chat fishing. And the guys at Swamp Donkey were really good about giving us some advice on some locations on where to try. So we went to one of those locations right away, and it happened to be a big rock patch. Most of this area is covered in sand, and then there's a strip of rocks that kind of run down the middle of the river, and we were fishing in those rocks. We tried a few different things in that area. We did try jig and minnow, we tried just a plain hook and minnow, and we tried hair jigs, and we tried blade baits. We caught fish on the jig and minnow, we caught fish on the hair jig, we caught fish on the plain minnow. But the bait that did the most for us in that area
was the 3/8 ounce blade bait. This one right here I got from the Swamp Donkey Hut. It's a J&M custom blade bait. It's a gold glitter color. I think I've heard it called 24 karat, but I was calling it Goldilocks on the river. This was my best blade bait for the whole trip. When we were fishing these blade baits, we were casting with the wind and then working them back towards the boat against the wind. If you get out to the side of the boat too far, what happens is your line bows and then you lose all sensitivity and you don't feel good contact with the bait. That was the technique that probably put the most fish in the boat for us. Casting out that blade bait with the wind, working it back against the wind slowly, and waiting for those fish to bite. The thing about blade baits is you want to make sure you don't overwork them, and it's really easy to overwork these blade baits in the wind. The other technique that worked well for us was casting crankbaits up by the dam in shallow water. The type of crankbait that we had the most success with was a lipless crankbait, like this rattle and rappler right here. Rattle traps, rattle and rapplas, even rip and wraps. This type of bait has been really good for us the last couple of years up there. And the way we're fishing these is we're casting them up current and then reeling them back with the current. And the nice thing about these lipless crankbaits is you can really control the depth of them with your rod tip and your reeling cadence. If you reel a little slower or keep your rod tip down, the bait's going to be down in the water column farther. If you reel them faster or keep your rod tip up, you can keep it up higher in the water column and anywhere in between. Starting out, I was reeling pretty slow, trying to bounce it off those rocks. And Paul was reeling it pretty fast, trying to keep it up a little bit higher. And he caught 3 real nice walleye right in a row in the span of about 15-20 minutes using that technique of keeping the bait up a little bit higher. And he was cranking that thing pretty fast. So Ryan and I adjusted, and we started to have a little bit of success with those lipless crankbaits. So I guess the moral of the story is, whatever hand you're dealt, whatever opportunity you're presented with, try different things. Don't get stuck on one thing. Try different things. Figure out what's working and stick with that. That's what we did, and we were able to turn into what was looking like a pretty tough trip into a trip where we caught quite a few nice walleyes and had a whole lot of fun. All right, let's get back to the river. Stay tuned.
There you go. Need a net on that one? I don't think so.
You sure? You know, you want to net that guy?
Thanks, Paulie.
Atta boy.
All right. We just made the change. Came back from throwing some cranks, being a little more aggressive. Back to finding some rocks, and a couple casts in, caught a nice walleye. So we'll see. We're getting into the evening here, late afternoon. We'll see if maybe things change a little bit for us. Stay tuned.
Net?
Another nice little all right, another nice little walleye here. We're gonna keep after it.
Got him?
Yeah.
You need a net?
Yep.
I got your line. That's what was going on. There, I'm over you. Oh, it's walleye. Yep.
All right. Nice walleye as we get twilight hours here. We're back throwing some crankbaits and nice fish. See how we do. Stay tuned.
There's one. Yep. Okay.
Handy quality. Here's your nice one.
Okay. This is by far my nicest walleye of the day. We are in some shallower water, some rocks, and we're throwing some crankbaits. Actually, I think we're all throwing lipless crankbaits right now, rattling raplas, rattle traps, things like that. And we're starting to get into a few nice ones, so hopefully we can keep this up and get a few more. I'm gonna get this girl back in the water, see if we can get another one. Stay tuned.
Before we close out this video, we just want to give a huge shout out to my aunt and uncle Carol and Dave for letting us stay at their house for our Fox River adventures every year. It makes this trip so easy and stress-free to know that we have an awesome place to stay just a few blocks away from the Fox Point landing. It's absolutely fantastic, and we can't express enough how much we appreciate it. And the icing on the cake, the only thing they ask in return is for us to send them some pictures of the fish that we catch. Thanks again, Carol and Dave. We had a great time. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot. Give us a like and drop those comments down below. We always like reading and responding to all those comments. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Another nice little walleye. Still in the same spot. We're working some blades.
Whoa. Dick. There's one. What? It's a white fish. Ah! I wonder why he's so heavy. Scourge of the sea. Ah! Don't even bring it down.
Action.